How exactly do you follow up the worst Yankee season in almost 4 decades since the year Aaron Judge was born? We get back to work. First, we begin with the offseason retirements. Brandon Woodruff is calling it a career. Did not even get to 100 wins in his career despite playing through age 35. I believe he was a Cy Young Award winner back in 21. He's calling it quits. Garrett Cole calling it a career. He should be a Hall of Famer, though he did fall 2 wins short of the wanted 200 wins. He is a 7-time All-Star and the 2023 Cy Young Award winner, as well as the 2026 Strikeout King. He went 13-9 last year, 5.08 ERA, which for most pitchers is kind of average, but that's actually pretty terrible for him, a guy usually in the range of about a 3.3 most years. We scroll down. Reese McGuire's calling it a career. Cal Quantrill, Jameson Taillon, former New York Yankee, calling it a career after spending 2027 with the Angels. I mean, it's the Angels, so of course he didn't win very often. Nicholas Castellanos is calling it a career as well. He looks like he could have been a productive hitter for a team, but I guess he just wants to hang up the cleats. Two-time All-Star and a Silver Slugger in 21. Went back to Cincinnati in the last 2 years. Finished out his career. Won a championship with the Phillies back in 25 and in 27, beating us, unfortunately. Also spent some time in Detroit. Luis Castillo, JT Realmuto, a former Philly. He was not, if I am not mistaken, a part of that. No, he was. Was he a part of that? He was a part of the 25 team. He was not a part of the 20. No, he was a part of 27. Okay, I'm absolutely wrong about that. Anyways, two-time world champion. One of the better catchers of his time, at least offensively. I can't really speak to it defensively, but he's pretty good catcher, given that the bar for catchers in offense is actually a lot lower than you think. Javier Baez somehow finished out that long contract that he got back after gracing the MLB 20 cover. Two-time All-Star, a Gold Glover, playoff MVP, and a Silver Slugger. I mean, moving in the outfield did help him, but it's a damn shame when you think of what could be. The brother of Rafi Devers is calling it a career at the age of 30. It has been a very long time since he played, and to be honest, it really wasn't more than a cup of coffee in 2 seasons in 21 and 24. Joey Gallo, oh man, he is such an MLB The Show anomaly, not just in franchise, but also in Diamond Dynasty. Call it what it is. A man with massive bop, can play some defense, or could play some defense, and could run the bases some. But, oh boy, that man is a strikeout machine and is the antithesis of most of baseball history. I just got to call it what it is, man. 200 strikeouts in a season will get most guys kicked out of the league throughout the majority of baseball's history. Chad Green, a damn good reliever in his time, especially as a hard-throwing lefty. Played for the Dodgers, played for the Blue Jays and the Yankees. I feel like he played for almost every team in the American League East, but maybe he just got some offers. Raciel Iglesias, whose age is said to be 40. That man looked 50 the entire time he has been in baseball. Did play with the Pirates back in 27. It was on a one-time All-Star on our very first season. Murphy, Max Muncy, the older Max Muncy, is calling it a career. Spent most of his time with the Dodgers. Did spend 2 years with the Mariners. I'm surprised he didn't get a call from anybody for the 29 season. I mean, shoot, you put up 20 home runs, you'd think somebody's going to at least, give you a league minimum deal to at least come in with some incentives and, make things work. But wasn't to be. Pretty solid career, might I say. Is a 2-time world champion both in 24 and in 26. Oh, sorry, 3. My bad. I forgot about 2020. And I also forgot he was an athletic at one point. But again, solid career. Hector Neris was a part of the 2017 Astros team and 2022 Astros World Series teams. He wasn't a part of 17. Why do I think he was? Kodai Singer is calling it a career here in 2030 or 29 into 30. Maybe he'll go back to Japan. That is a thing that has been seen from some Japanese pitchers. They will go back to the NPB and play. Trevor Story, one of the biggest wastes of contracts. Oh boy, except for 2025. Like, he really started to look like he got everything together. Best season. Oh wait, nope. I'm looking at RBIs when I'm thinking that's home runs. Nope, sorry, waste of contract. Call it what it is. I don't know if Colorado was just that good for him, but it is what it is. Zach Wheeler, 2-time All-Star, is calling it a career. MLB The Show. How is nobody inducted to the Hall of Fame? Not even Garrett Cole. Come on, man. Y'all got to get that together. I can't complain about that because, it's not that big a deal. Anywho, we've got some free agents we need to re-sign. Maybe. Adrian Moyon, Jake Cousins, and Big G. I'm just going to call it here. I'm not going to re-sign Big G. 522 homers. He's had a damn good career. He's not even sure he wants to come back. Even as a DH, he can hit righties, but, lefties. I don't know. It just seems like we need to move on. Aaron Boone still has a year left on his contract. Scott Staley's got 2. Goldberg's got 2. And I forget who the farm director is, but he's got 2 as well. We are going to see if Victor Zarate will give us a bit of a boost in the hitting categories. Claudio Campos, see if he can help us defensively and with some durability. Won't be able to help us with blocking, as Zarate is going to accept a 4-year deal, so he'll be here through 2034, if I'm not mistaken. All right, bunch of guys hitting the free agent market. Young Hoo Lee, Gary Sanchez back out there yet again for what feels like the 6th or 7th year in a row for him. But Ellie De La Cruz is the big fish offensively. Paul Skenes is the big fish in the pitching department. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I don't have a place to put Ellie De La Cruz right about now. I could stick him at third, but I just don't really see. Don't get me wrong. He would absolutely help us, given the disaster of the season we had. But Paul Skenes how is he only at a 90? 4-time All-Star, former Rookie of the Year. He didn't have a great 2029, but it wasn't horrible. The FIP was much better than his ERA. Spencer Strider is also out there in the free agent market. I believe he just won the Cy Young Award. Grayson Rodriguez, also an option, looking like he's going to test the open market outside of Baltimore. Zach Neto also testing out of L.A. Glasnow's there. Jackson Merrill is an option, though I'm hearing he's more than likely going to want to go back to San Diego. He's just, testing those waters. Great defender, can play the middle infield and in the outfield. Why only center field? I don't know. But he seems to be a pretty solid player. Hits in just about every situation you want him to. Late in the game, when you're ahead, when you're behind. Is only a 1-time All-Star and a Silver Slugger. And we're going to look at some of these ARB guys, some big names that we more than likely need to bring back. Lee Bunning didn't hit for much for power, but, he's a table setter type guy, despite not having that quirk. We're going to extend him for a decent period of time. I think 5 years is pretty solid. Even if he may not always be our outfielder, he is, there to maybe be our DH, given his arm isn't the best in said outfield. Ben Rice. Are we going to bring him back? That is a long time. The time matters a bit more than the money. The money is not the biggest a deal. And Spencer Jones, at some point we got to truly kick the tires on him and let him, spread his wings. And we are going to give him, he wants 5. I don't know if I really want to lean on 5. Again, he has yet to truly prove it in a 162 situation. Spencer Jones, we'll just give him the arbitration offer of a little over $1 million. Jason Dominguez, I think it's time to pay him. Back-to-back All-Star appearances, even if we didn't make the playoffs. We'll just give him arbitration. Why not? Or did we do both? No, we just gave him the arbitration. $11 million is not bad. I'm very sure he wants more after a 30 home run season. We'll see if that plays out to be. Ryan Grady, we've got him under control for a couple more years, but we are going to pay him and not cheap out. A 4-year deal should at least take him through at least the first half of his prime. I mean, he's just going to only get better, in my opinion. Is one of the better closers in the league, or at least a strikeout guy who can at least be a setup man. Roderick Arias doesn't have enough service time to get ARB, so league minimum contract is what it is. Just about the same thing with George Lombard Jr. Hopefully he can pick things up. Boston Bateman. I know we picked him up in the Rule 5 draft, and he started kind of here and there. I'm going to extend him because you never know how the pitching situation can be. Injuries can happen, and then he, can get called up and, take over in the rotation, probably more than likely in the lower half. We are going to we are at least going to, put out the feelers to Paul Skenes, as Claudio Campos is going to accept the first base coach offer for 3 years. Lee Bunning does take the 5-year, $44 million deal to play the outfield. Now, we are in a bit of a logjam. I mean, Aaron Judge is not playing the outfield. Just call it what it is, especially if Big G's not coming back. He will take over DH. Oh, man, Jackson Merrill going to Miami. They're spending some bread. 4 years, $106 million deal. Okay, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Miami was not too far off from a 500 season last year. So with him in the lineup, Carson Bench there as well, some other quality offensive talent along with the pitching. And damn, speaking of pitching, Seattle picks up Spencer Strider, 5 years, $175 million. They are really looking to break through the American League and into the World Series. Kevin Aubrey, he should be getting an extension sometime soon if he hasn't already gotten it. Does need to work on making batters not make hard contact. Gerangelo Sinji, switch pitcher. I think he's been on the 40-man roster, but I don't know if he actually makes it up to the majors. He's going to be difficult to deal with just, being a switch pitcher. I haven't seen a switch pitcher since Pat Venditti, and that was, in this timeline, about 15 years ago now. Damn, that was a long time ago. Back in about MLB The Show 15 and 16 and 17. All right, Skenes not exactly looking to sign with us, but we've got time. A lot of the big-name free agents don't always sign a deal very early. A decent amount of them wait till about, mid-December, late December, early January. So we take a look at some other names. Tosh Bradley would be a solid pitcher to pick up. Also won't cost us the same amount of money, but priority one is Paul Skenes, bar none. Zach Neto returning to the LA Angels and Mike Trout for 6 years on a $136.6 million deal. Pretty solid, good shortstop. Honestly, I think he's better than Volpe, but I'm not trading for Neto, so don't ask. Otto Lopez going to the Braves, 6 years, $111 million, meaning Ozzie Albies is out of there, as you're not going to have both of them on the roster, and Albies is looking for a good contract. Week 4 free agency. Bradley is ready to, or has the motivation to sign now. Skenes, not so much. Orion Kirkering going back to the Phillies for 3 more years on a $29.4 million deal. I'm surprised they only gave him a little under $10 million a year, given I think he led the National League in saves at least last year, if not the year before that. Brenton Doyle signs for $100 million over 6 years, what I believe is San Diego Padres. Ryan Mountcastle to the White Sox on a 4-year deal. Chris Sanchez going back to the Phillies. The Phillies are really looking to bolster back up, as Stephanie Saunders, who happens to be the agent for everybody, makes no sense, is calling us about Jose Soriano, a guy that was known to be a strikeout dude. He does throw hard. I will give him that. Only a 4-3 record last year and 15 starts with the Washington Nationals, but the ERA is good, but that's only half the amount of outings that we expect from a starter. You want at least 28 to 30 out of him. He only gave 15, but we will put him on the board. He's priority 3, even though he'd probably sign right now. Again, we want Skenes. Shane Baz to the Cubs. Oh, wait, who's already there? Walker Buehler. Just looking around at them. Jordan Wicks. Ooh. And it looks like the Cubs are really probably going to clear out their rotation or some portion of it to see if they can fit in Skenes. The Orioles also looking to make some room. Shane Bieber in their rotation for another year. Looking to add, on top of what they already have. Tyler Wells is a reliever. Why he's even up here. He hasn't played in 3 years. I don't know how he got any better in the minors for them to even consider him an option. And, of course, Seattle just signed Strider, looking to sign Skenes. Ben Joyce is an option as a reliever. As we take Soriano off the board, we do need relief pitching. And, of course, we're going to look at the 2029 draft lottery. This is the worst we've finished, again, in 37 years, at least in a full season. 78 and 84, we got the 10th best odds, and we stay put at number 10. Astros get the number 2, followed by the Reds, the Rays, the Nationals, the Royals, the Cardinals, Rockies, Angels, and the White Sox. Listen, I didn't expect us to finish anywhere below 500, let alone 6 games below it. I have even put up the priority tabs, which I don't like in the free agency because I don't feel it's specific enough. But I'll talk about that in an episode of Franchise Ain't Dead podcast. We are going to up the money because we have it. Remember, Aaron Judge is going to be off his big-term contract really after this coming year. Hopefully he takes it. It's about an 8-year, $320 million deal. Offered to Paul Parker Messick, going to be the first pick in the Rule 5 draft. Whether he sticks on this Colorado Rockies rotation is kind of up in the air. They do have some good starters and some defense. They just need to work on the offense and the fact that they are in the same division as the Giants and the D-backs and the Dodgers. Nothing they can do about that right now. We're going to look at Mason Barnett. And maybe a little look at Zach Thompson, a couple of relievers, see if we can snatch them off of some of these teams. He's got 99 clutch. Now, Thompson won't be a closer for us, but as a setup man, I will gladly take that. Hopefully, he can get back to those 2022 ways where he had a much under 2 ERA. Mason Barnett, more than likely going to come in as a long reliever, does throw decently hard, and of course we're going to take him. And then, oh look, there is another reliever out there, Frederick Dunning, drafted in 2025, part of the Wichita Sky Surge. I forget who they're affiliated with. I'm going to be mad when I remember. And of course we're going to look even further. Vinny Douglas. Yes, I like to poach teams, organizations when it comes to relievers in the Rule 5 draft, because the ones in free agency always want some crazy amount of money to be the closer. And while morale may not be in this game, I'm going to hold that thought. We've got a contract decision incoming, and it looks like you're blowing up my phone. What you want, bruh? What do you mean that's not the offer you're looking for? I'm giving you 2 more years and about the same amount of money, dog. Sign that damn contract. I highly doubt any of these other 3 teams, Seattle, Chicago, or Baltimore, are offering anywhere near the same amount of money. So, we're going to up the ante. You only want 6 years? Fine. You're 28. I get you might want to get back out there in free agency. $39.22 million. I don't give a damn about a luxury tax. And we now have another incoming decision over the next week. And looks like his agent is... All right, yo, fam, you're not going to be talking to me crazy like that. Talking about this is a comedy show. Dog, why do you want to be on an underdog? You played for the Pirates, my man. You played for the Pirates. There is no, you would be our ace pitcher, bro. Come get these rings. Them other 3, well, I can't say that about Chicago. They did just win the World Series back in 2029. But we won it the year before that. We not that far off, bro. Come on. We're going to at least throw an offer to Taj Bradley. If anything, maybe we'll treat him midseason if Skenes ends up signing, and we're going to get a contract decision. the very next week. Yes, I jumped very fast through this. And pen to paper. And we got Bradley. Okay. I'm not mad. Like, he's just not exactly what I wanted. I'll take him, though, as he'll slot into probably the third slot. Ignore Boston Bateman being there. You know, I like to break the lefties away from each other as opposed to giving teams the opportunity to go back-to-back in lineups against lefties. As we see, we pick up 4 Rule 5 pickups that are relievers. Ryan Grady going to be our closer. I think we can bounce back, but I still want Skenes. We're not quite done yet. Only a couple weeks away from spring training. Taking everybody off the board. Bro, max freaking motivation. Come to New York, dog. Braxton Garrett signs with the Athletics. Grayson Rodriguez going back to Baltimore. 5 years, $117 million after a phenomenal season in 2029. I thought he'd win the Cy Young, but I guess he came up wow. Damn, Uncle Stevie paying everybody. Ellie De La Cruz, 12 years, $462 million. Jeez. Is he playing third? Because I'm pretty sure Lindor is still there. I'd have to check their organization. But big money being thrown around. Anthony Santander going to the Cincinnati Reds on a only 1 year, basically $17 million contract. Ryan Helsley going to the Dodgers. Brian Wu going from Seattle to, you son of a bitch. I offered you more money. Like $10 million a year more. How could you go to Baltimore? You're going to regret. You know what? I hope you're allergic to crab cakes, my dude. I really hope you're allergic to crab cakes and salt water. So we deal with some arbitration contracts. Jones is going to get about $1 million. Dominguez is going to pick up nearly $12 million for 2030. Ben Rice, $7 million. He will be a free agent after this year. Jesus Rodriguez, a little over league minimum to play catcher for the most part. Zach Thompson getting $780,000. He was a Rule 5 draft pick. Pete Alonso going back to Baltimore. Yo, Baltimore has a team. Maybe I'm sleeping on them. I don't know. Judge, he's got this year. He's got next year, and then that contract is up. We have gotten him a championship, but I can't exactly be satisfied with that, especially after last year. Left a real bad taste in my mouth when we start the 2030 campaign. Well, 5-6 games afterwards. I don't know what happened. I wanted to start off this season at home. We take on the Arizona Diamondbacks.
The designated hitter.
We got a runner on second for Aaron Judge, who I want to say should be closing in on 600 homers. And in the midst of me running my mouth, looks like Roderick Arias steals second. And then he gets an opportunity to drive him in, and it's not going to happen. Swinging at a really bad pitch inside.
The designated hitter, number 99.
Hernandez gives us a 2-0 lead, and Judge beats this one. Lawler at short over the first. And unfortunately, he's not going to be able to capitalize. Hernandez with another 2-run shot, giving us extending the lead. And Judge, what is going on, my dude?
Now batting.
You batting under 200. You swinging at garbage. You got everybody else driving in some offense, which I'm not exactly mad at because I love the supplementary pieces, the complimentary pieces. Got another stolen base here. This one from Lee Bunning, the 5th of the season. And oh God, somebody get him some laces, bro. He's swinging at some hot dog crap. Either way, we do pick up the victory. Oh, boy. Heriberto Hernandez, 2 long balls. We could have used that a couple years ago in the World Series. I'm sorry. I can't be so salty about that. All right. We get our first shot at the Pittsburgh Pirates. And unfortunately, out of the Skenes era, hell, we don't have one on our team to rub it in their face. As Judge will plop this one into right field for a base hit. Again, in case you're wondering why we are so focused on Aaron Judge, he is not very far away from 600. Ground ball to short over to second. Unfortunately, Yankees will get out of the first inning. No offense.
Leading off for the Yankees, the designated
Dominguez
hitter,
and
Aaron
Bunning drive in
Judge.
runs off a single and a triple, respectively. We got a 2-0 lead. Judge hitches this one deep to left field, but unfortunately, this huge cavernous PNC Park is going to hold it in. And beats a 12-6 curveball, which might as well have been a freaking... Bro, are you practicing for golf? Because that's what that swing looked like to me. A long-time Pirate Brian Reynolds does drive in a run for the Pirates, but Aaron Judge is at the dish. Bases loaded. Brian Bliss serves him up a slider, hits it to left field, but he is going to be out. Yankees can't get another run on the board. Can we hold on? All right, Ryan Grady looking to pick up the save. Grounder to right field. The throw to the plate. The tag. Got him! Great throw from Jason Dominguez. Kind of don't like that angle because I can't see who the hell's out there, but I can tell by that blue glove. Dominguez, a rifle. Perfect tag by our catcher. Do maintain said victory 2-1, and here is 3-time Cy Young Award winner Blake Snell leaving Los Angeles to come to Pittsburgh, replacing Paul Skenes. I mean, there are worse replacements you could have. 3 years, $90.3 million. He did pick up a victory in his first outing, just giving up 2 runs. He might be a Hall of Famer. Well, maybe not in this game because I don't know how well the game will represent that, but you win 3 Cy Youngs and you're more likely than not going to make the Hall of Fame. Unless you juiced. And Judge serves up some juice to the Yankee offense. Deep to left field. Yankees go up 1-0 here in the, third inning. I believe that said third inning. Of course, when you've seen Blake Snell as often as we've seen him in Tampa, seen him in L.A., seen him in the postseason, the World Series to be more specific, you're going to understand what he throws a lot of the time. Here's David Bednar. Of course, remember, he was acquired by the New York Yankees in real life in the 25 season, so he is a Pirate still to this day here in 2030. Caleb Durbin going to replace Judge at first. And we pick up the victory nonetheless. Back-to-back 3-run homers. Pirates do try to scrape back into it, but they end up taking the L 9-5. We are going to take a brief look at some prospects. We have the 10th pick. I don't ever want to pick that high again. 10, 48, 86, 116, 146, and 176. Chip Palmiero, a pretty solid pitcher. He might be that next pitcher for Pittsburgh. And we ground one up the middle off his ankle, and the throw across the diamond not going to get the captain.
The center fielder.
I don't know how Chip shook that off. Hopefully his ankle ain't chipped. As his teammate and the manager go check on him. I think he's going to tough this one out. Full count offering the Jazz Chisholm, hitting .357 to start the season, and he sets down the first batter finally. 2-2 to Volpe, and he strikes out as well. Come on, don't squander this opportunity, man. Ben Rice hits this one high to left field, but Brian Reynolds is right there to make the catch. Judge, you're 38. Don't be running them base paths too hard for no reason, dog. Give us just enough here in the regular season and then get to the postseason and hustle your ass off. All right, Taj Bradley's going to make this start. It's his second start. Not fare well in his first outing and fared okay thus far on this one. Gave up 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Not going to be too mad about that. We are down 3. Ground ball to third base. Fires across the diamond. That is, I believe, Ryan McMahon, another true real-life Yankee. But, again, started this well before real life. I would prefer if the Yankees actually went after a different third baseman. But he's perfectly fine defensively, so I can't complain. Judge still yet to hit a home run. Come on, man. Well, let me see, he did in the last game. And Yankees end up losing this one 4-0. So we jump ahead to the Detroit Tigers series, and they are pitching their behinds off over the last 4 starts and to start this season. Ty Madden slotting in behind Tariq Skubal. That whip is terrible. Grounder to first. Wheel and Feast advance the runner to third. As we get another opportunity, weakly hit ball to center, right center. Yankees up 1-0. Ben Rice, another 3-run shot. So while Aaron Judge is not hitting the best, you know, everybody else is. Alan Whitaker, 2025 draftee. Get our first look at him. I did think to draft him at some point, but I don't think I literally had the opportunity to do so, and went in other directions. One of those being Lee Bunning, standing on third. Aaron Judge smokes this one into this freaking cavern known as Comerica Park, hits it, and it is a ground rule double, driving in 2, and we pick up the victory in decisive fashion, 12-4. We have to beat the teams that are more known as elite. Detroit, we gotta beat teams like Seattle, Baltimore in our own division. We gotta make sure we take care of business. This one is not gonna be easy as we take on Tariq Skubal. Was it 1.29 ERA? 23-time Cy Young Award winner, first pitch, strike number 1 to the captain. I promise you I will not only focus on Aaron Judge, just doing so in the first portion of the season, getting them off to a good start. That is another ground rule double for him. Second one in. Ooh, as many ABs as Q. Brian Hayes unfortunately strikes out to end the first as we can't score.
Number 99.
Jose Tena with an RBI and Luis Robert Jr. with an RBI as well. Judge hits this one to right field at the warning track, and Hunter Greene, that's not Hunter Greene, that's Riley Greene, is going to make the catch. Judge does crack one in the left field. You know, finally getting us a hit. We only have 4 to our name now. Hayes stares out an inside fastball. Come on. Should really know better that Hayes is really here for the defense. And, oh, man. Hits this one deep left field. Put a number 2 on that home run column. As you see on the bottom ticker, Shohei Ohtani records his 100th career win. That man is just going to keep racking up accolades until the day he retires. And even then afterwards, probably. Oh, man. Yankees down by 1. Chisholm hits this one to right field. And unfortunately, Yankees are going to take the L in this one. Losing 2-1. Listen, as long as you take series against the big name teams, Hunter Greene was the pitcher. Probably why I confused one for other. As Jackson Jobe on the mound has not given up a single run yet in 12 innings. A 1 whip, striking out 30% of the men he has faced. When he faces a future Hall of Famer in Aaron Judge. Again, oh, okay. Well, that's one way to start giving up runs, is you just let the man go to second on a wild pitch. Wells practically could have hand walked all the way to second. As Judge hits this one high, deep to left field at the warning track. It's going to be unfortunate. Again, I like the team that we have put out there, particularly the rotation. We got Hunter Greene. Max Fried is still here. Granted, I mean, he's probably going to be a little long in the tooth given his age, but he's been pretty damn good every year he's been here, so I really can't complain. Remember, we did get a World Series, so while most creators would end their series after a World Series, that would have only been year 3, and I would have, or 4 really, and I'm just not willing to do that. The Judge still has so much left in the tank, at least 2 more years left in said tank. Judge rolls over on a sweeper to short, the throw across the diamond, and Judge doesn't beat that out. Listen, I get he's not the fastest, but that ball is practically in the left field. Like, I get he's not fast, but That is a long throw. Most shortstops are not making it. Judge says, oh, don't worry about that last one. I got you. Breaking the tie, giving us a 1-run lead. He's fourth, fifth? I've lost track. Third. That's his third home run. Third home run of the season. Hopefully the Yankees can hold on. Aaron Boone, last year of his managerial contract. Remember, he came back for 2029. And I don't blame him for coming back for 2030. Judge is on fire in this series. 6 of 14, 2 long balls, hard hit to second, and it eats him up. Runner going to come around the score from second. Yankees lead 4-3. Great awareness to know that, hey, that ball ate up that infielder. You got to keep running, my man. As unfortunately, Ben Rice is going to suffer a pulled hamstring. We'll keep him active. I mean, it's early in the year. Yeah, we'll keep him active. Jones will take over first for the time being. And George Lombard Jr., we're going to move him into third base against righties. Against lefties, Brian Hayes is the clear man there. That's why we batted against lefties, so that even if he doesn't bash one out, he can at least make pretty damn good contact driving somebody home. He faced the Giants, and he hits this one over third baseman Matt Chapman's head in the left field for yet another base knock for the captain. As Volpe steps up and grounder to second. India goes to Perdomo, and I don't know why you slid that hard, Judge. Like, you weren't going to take out his legs or nothing like that. It's Jones batting in front of Judge. Hits a long ball, and then Judge deposits one as the outfield is playing deeper than normal into center for a base hit.
The center fielder, number 13.
Jazz not coming up. It's Volpe, and he stares at an inside fastball. Come on, dog. You gotta at least take a hack, and maybe not like that, like Aaron just did. And unfortunately, he beat it into a double play. Ay. Of course, Matt Chapman's gonna make that play. That man is like a 7-time Gold Glove winner. Some ridiculous number. Nonetheless, Judge is 2 for 3. And, can't catch up to the heater from Tristan Beck, as despite it being a little drizzly, the fans have come out to see us play. Fly ball, right field. Unfortunately, that's going to be a near warning track shot for the second out. Arias did tie the game. Quan gave the Giants the lead as Austin Wells steps up. Opportunity, well, hell, he's our last opportunity to even tie this game up, if not win it. He's 0 for 3 and not batting very well, under 200, let's call it what it is, and bounces this one to first, and Naylor will step on the bag. Judge will have to put his bat back in the rack. Yankees unfortunately take the L.
The designated hitter, Aaron.
Jump ahead into yet another game against the Giants. Aaron Judge now 9 home runs away from 500 in his career. Oh, sorry, my bad. He's only 1 away. But who better to do it against than the team he was most close to growing up, the San Francisco Giants. He hits this one into the gap. Won't be a homer, but it will drive in a run. And he's going to hustle in the second without a slide. That is a RBI double for the cap.
Leading off for the Yankees.
Teammates won't be able to drive him in. Jump ahead to the fourth. Facing Jake over. Third pitch is a slurve. Hit deep to left center field. And for the second time in this series, we have a 500 home run hitter, that being the captain, Aaron Judge. 2030, this is year 13, 14. That's honestly relatively fast to get to 500. I don't have the numbers in front of me as to who was the fastest to hit 500. Might have been Pujols. But there it goes. 500 homers for the captain. I guess now we just got to get him an MVP, and honestly, he's off to a very good start this season. Of course, he is going to salute the fans. They should be in much more of a ruckus, but at this point, we have crossed off 3 franchise milestones, both Judge and Stanton getting 500 homers and that World Series just over a season ago. Bottom of the 11th. Judge has an opportunity to give us the lead. Ground ball in the right field. And okay, it's going to hold up at third. Probably understandably so. Right fielder's got a strong arm. Durbin is going to pinch run for Judge. And just like in Big G's 500 home run game, we lose. That's not a good look. Not a good look.
The third baseman,
Max Fried. But a couple games later, perfect through 6 innings, looking to set them down to become, I want to say, the 15th or 16th no-hitter in Yankee history. Sung-Young Chin hits this high and deep to left, but that is well foul, despite him looking like he pimped that. He's hitting very well against lefties, 375, and liner up the middle for a base hit here in the 7th. The perfect game is gone. Such a shame. Not the no-hitter. The shutout is still there. And you know what? Listen, these type of things don't happen all the time. You really got to shake that off, Max. Ground ball to third, over to second. Erases them both. It's like it never even happened. And we'll see if he goes out there to complete it. Jump to the 8th. It's Carson Roccaforte grounded to third. Lombard over the first and through 8, shutout still intact. And we get to the 9th. Bobby Dalbec, the former, where was he? Both Sox teams, actually. White Sox and Red Sox. Fly ball left field. Chasing it down is Chisholm for the first out here in the 9th.
The center fielder, number 6.
Dalbec is a little upset. I mean, listen, it's only a 2-0 ball game. Varsho hits it to left. No, it's going to be caught. Out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman,
Heriberto Hernandez, who's been hitting very well lately. Michael Garcia hits this high and deep to left field. Chisholm, it bounces down and over the wall for an automatic double. Sung-Hyun Chin swings and misses for strike number 2. Now 1 strike away from ending it. Curveball, sweeper, hit the right field. It's going to be underhand caught. Yankees pick up the victory. Max Fried picks up a shutout. Remember, he has been in the running for the Cy Young basically every year of this series. 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. He's at least been in the running over the halfway point of the year. Ben Rice up the middle to De La Cruz. De La Cruz over to Acuna over to first. No. That man is going to be safe. As we got a drizzly game here in the Bronx. Get our first look at the ever-bolstered New York Mets lineup. Alvarez throws it over to first man. He has been a Gold Glover, and for good reason on plays like that. Lombard Jr., 12-6 curveball up the middle. Time to bring in one. The second one's actually just going to retreat back to third. That was actually pretty smart, given who's in center. That man's got an arm. Do not test him. Jet Williams, grounded to Arias. Arias goes to second to Volpe. Volpe back to first over the head of Ben Rice.
Now batting.
Oh, boy. Take a look at De La Cruz to the first quarter of the season. Very good numbers and looking to be worth every penny as the Mets look to get their first World Championship since '86. Grounded in the right field. Bunning throws to the plate, and it was never going to have a chance. De La Cruz comes through for his new team. Wells throws the... You didn't even need to bother throwing that. Like, for real. This is Ellie De La Cruz, man. He's a monster. And Zach Thompson gets a second strike on Jordan Alvarez. 0 for 5. And grounder to first. Right steps on the bag, and the Yankees get out of the 7th without giving up a run. Abreu. Oh, man. Buries a fastball in on Michael Bush. He is peeved even swung at the garbage. But, hey, you swung at it. Must have been enticing. Alvarez gets it. A strikeout on a slider. Jackson Merrill picks up 5 RBI for the Miami Marlins, a team that definitely needs the offense. He is also playing well through the first quarter of the season. Jump ahead to the bottom of the ninth. Austin Wells hits this over Beatty's head into left field. Alvarez ain't going to be able to make the play. Yankees are going to pick up the victory against these bum-ass Mets. Yeah, I said it, these bum Mets. I love beating them every single time. It never gets old. It literally never gets old. If I could play them for 162, I would. But we can't. That would be boring. So we jump ahead. And it's the Mets tie ball game. Mark Vientos, grounder into right field. And it's going to give them 2 runners on with nobody out for Michael Busch. Signed a 3-year deal. Hits this high to the gap. Bunning, is the runner going to tag? They are. Bunning hits the cutoff. Arias to third. The tag. No. Not a chance. If there's any weakness in Bunning's game, is that he doesn't hit for power, and you know his arm is not the best. Hell, it's below average. Call it what it is. A bunt to first. Rice goes to first and goes to home. And I'm not sure what he was thinking. I know what he was thinking. No. You weren't remotely in position to play that at the plate. So he'll get an opportunity to tie the ball game, but not when he gets twisted into a Twizzler on a slider like that. Arias takes a high sinker and is going to hit it to left field, which means we're down to our final out. And number 8 batter, George Lombard Jr. You know what? I'm going to pretend like you ain't have a bat in your hand, because it really looked like you had a golf club. What were you swinging at, my man? As the Mets take this game in the series, Juan Soto still hitting well, but he is out. That is why we did not see him. Injured in April, will not be back till about late June, and we're going to make a very, very minor deal. We're going to trade a reliever for, I believe, a middle infielder, second baseman, just because the minors need a second baseman, and I don't have anybody I could sign. Volpe. I feel like my minor league team is full, or at least, A-ball is full of relievers, which wouldn't be the case if we had playable A-ball. And if the AAA and AA rosters had the proper sizing. The AAA can have about 27, and AA can have about 29. So Juan Brito hits this one into the right field gap, and this is Coors, people. That is a long ways away. And no, he's not going to test Chisholm's arm and go to third, though he might have been able to make it. As C.J. Abrams, the free agent pickup in the offseason, as the Rockies look to make some moves and make the playoffs for the first time, I want to say since like 2020. I'm going to have to look back at my numbers as to when the last time they made the playoffs. It's been a very long time. They stole away Evan Phillips from,
I got him. Take your bait.
Chisholm gets hit in the backside with a sweeper.
Now batting.
Phillips, former Dodger. Now looking to close games for the Rockies. And fastball outside the pitch. No, Chisholm is in there. Safe. I didn't think he got there. Get off in time, but it looks like he did. Took a nice slide to the outside. And, remember, the Rockies have a phenomenal defense, especially that middle infield. Ground ball to second. Sliding stop. Fire to first. And you heard the ump. Got him. Now, a sac fly can get us a run. Ken Jones may put it airborne. Sinker hit hard like it was going somewhere, but this one is not even going to leave the out infield dirt. Disappointing at bat. We are one batter away from maybe losing this one, but George Lombard Jr. is going to come in pinch situation, replacing Brian Hayes because he is facing a righty, and Lombard's a better righty hitter. Ground ball to first. Let's step on in. The Rockies will pick up the victory. Listen, we got to beat teams like this. Oh, Austin Wells takes a high fastball inside from the Angels phenom closer Oliver Nunez. And, oh my, what did you see in that pitch? Did you even look? We in LA, we can get you some LASIK, says Volpe sees every stitch on this one and sends it to right center. 405 feet out to center field. And he's going to showboat a little bit. I don't blame him. This is a pitcher's park indeed. And when you hit it to straightaway center like Mike Trout has done many a time, you're gonna flex a little bit. Rice strikes out. Lombard Jr. sends a curveball into the right field gap. It bounces down. Volpe is going to come up. No, sorry, that's not Volpe. It is probably Arias is going to score. Was that Arias? I don't know. I'm looking for Mike Trout, and he is he not playing? Why is Mike Trout almost never playing when we face him? Lee Bunning hits this one into the opposite gap. Runner going to come around to score from second.
The second baseman.
And here in extras, Yankees take a 2-run lead. Dominguez sends this one deep to right field. That should be more than enough. It is actually. We tack on even more as Jones hits a 2-run single. As we're not leaving LA, as we have to face the Dodgers. You know how it is every year. No matter when in the year we have to face them, we will face them and you will see it. Reggie Smith has been phenomenal. Remember, we picked him up off waivers. I don't know what the Red Sox were thinking in letting him go, but hey, they're trash and using up his options and not really starting him a ton is going to be our treasure. But of course, we are facing quite possibly the greatest baseball player of all time. 2-time Cy Young Award winner. I want to say 5, 6-time MVP. I've lost track at this point. Also, I record well in advance, so I'm several years ahead. I may be jumping the gun at this point. But nonetheless, Aaron Judge is hitting phenomenally. 359, and I don't know what Dominguez was. I know what Dominguez was thinking, but bro, you're not 19. You're not that fast where you could just boom, get off and go like that. Nonetheless, Hunter Greene is going to be our starter on the opposite end of the ledger. As Mookie Betts 12 times an All-Star. Still continuing to be a phenomenal player, even at the age that he is. I think he's about 37, 38. Fortunately, he will ground out the ball game. Jake Fraley is up next. Ohtani batting third. Spencer Torkelson, Jesus Sanchez, Will Smith, Alec Boehm, J.J. Bleday, and Brandon Lau is batting number 9. I was going to call him Lowe. It was Nathaniel Lowe. I am always going to get that confused. It's the same spelling, but you know how English is. Very confusing. Fraley strikes out. Ohtani bounces one on the ground into right field, giving the Dodgers a 1-out base runner. And, of course, the man who went 50-50 is going to take a base whenever he freaking wants to. Stolen base of the year. Do about 45 games in the year, and unfortunately, Will Smith will strike out on the slider. Jump ahead to the top of the second. Anthony Volpe. Man, this California sunshine is really doing something to his bat. He sends this one 450. Jeez. Dude, you like 5'11". I didn't think you could hit it that damn hard, but who am I to say? I'm only 5'7". Arias, grounder up the middle off the splitter for a base hit. And then Lombard will deposit one in the right field. So Yankees get 2 runners on. Ben Rice. You know what he did in the World Series 2 years ago off Ohtani. And he sends him deep again. 472 feet. Jeez. I think Rice is really trying to get that extension. Dominguez gets a hold of one. It's hit deep to straightaway center. All they can do is look up at it. It's 5-0 Yankees. Judge, bouncer past the third base line. And, man, another base runner. And, yeah, they're going to get Ohtani out of here. rightfully so. This is not your day, my man. That's okay. That's okay. Vlad hits this hard, deep to left field. It'll hit off the top of the wall. Dominguez will throw it back in. That's a double for Vlad. He ends up moving to third. Ground ball to Vlad Jr. He holds the runner at third. A little hesitation to throw in the dirt, though. But Rice able to scoop it up. And Mookie Betts strikes out on a slider. As the Yankees seem to be hitting on all cylinders, both with the bat and the baseball. Another strikeout. Jake Fraley set down on the fastball. Ohtani pops this one in the shallow left field. Volpe calls off Dominguez to end the 6th inning. Chisholm. Oh my goodness. We are putting the beats on them. Love it every single time. 467. That's like the 3rd or 4th homer we've hit that's over 450. Jeez Louise. It's like we want to enact some level of revenge. Like we didn't do that already. Never hurts to do it in the regular season too. Hell, at some point this Dodger team has to not make the playoffs. As I feel like they've made the playoffs. We're in 2030. What feels like 17 straight years, and I wish I were joking. 3-6-3 double play. Runner does advance to third as the Dodgers look to finally get on the board here in the 7th. They don't in the 8th. Ground ball up the middle. Arias, middle of the diamond, throws it. No, not going to be in time. Despite him being a very good fielded arm, not exactly the strongest. As Aaron Boone is going to call it a day for him. Michael Regan comes in and unfortunately is going to give up at least a double to Ohtani. Might be going 3. Chisholm throws it in, and Ohtani could have had third if he wanted it. Torkelson, not enough torque on this one. Hits it to right, and Ohtani should be tagging, and he does. The throw into the cutoff. Yeah, we were never going to get him. As Jesus Rodriguez does have 2 singles, another would get them a run. And this one's going to be popped up in shallow left for Volpe. And Ohtani is obviously not going to test that one. That would not be good baseball. Regan look to finishing them off. Will Smith hits this one deep to left field. The Dodgers finally get on the board, but it might be a little too damn late. But you never know with this offense. And we do have a lefty in there. Alec Bohm sends this one deep to straightaway center. Chisholm can't come up with it. 4:15. The Dodgers have cut the lead to 3. Cut in half. Can we get... Okay, fine. I'll take Frederick Dunning. I would have preferred Ryan Grady, but I'm not the pitching coach. Maybe Grady's not feeling it right this second. I doubt that. He's the type of pitcher that would go out there on... Hell, you give him an hour rest, he wants to go out there. Doesn't matter as Bunning makes the catch, and we take a game from the Dodgers. Jump ahead, top of the 9th inning. Dominguez already 2 for 3 as we have a 2.5 game lead over the Orioles as Dominguez, low liner in the left field. 2 runners on for Austin Wells coming up next. 1-2, curveball, hit past Betts. And runner is, going to stay put at third, so the bases will be loaded for the captain. 2-2, Ryan Haseley. Who pumps 100 miles an hour past the batting judge for the 2nd out of the inning. Can Chisholm come up with anything? He hits this one high in the foul territory. It's going to be caught before the netting. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Look, a disappointment.
Up next, for the
as
Dodgers.
Ohtani hitting 214. Is this Shohei Ohtani? This is not the Shohei Ohtani we know. As that average is just going to tank even lower. He'll be the final out of the bottom of the 9th. So we'll go to extras. And no, we won't actually. We end up kicking their teeth in for 4 runs. They did get 1 back, but it is nowhere near enough to pick up the victory. 5 runs in the 12th. That is what I am talking about. As Aaron Judge plops this one in the center. And because that center fielder Zaire Hope is playing so far back, we are going to take third despite Austin Wells not being the fastest. Dodgers up 7-6. Oh, sweeper. smack the left field. Going to be caught. The tag from Wells. The throw, a little loopy on a rainbow. We will tie the ball game at 7 apiece. As you see, we have a 3.5 game lead over the Orioles, and we face our former reliever, Jake Cousins. You ain't fam no more. Well, you ain't in the pinstripe fam no more. Let's call it what it is. Bouncer. Past second in the right field. Yankees get a runner in scoring position and in first. Double play still a possibility. Rice says, hits this one high to right center field. And we're going to tag. Going to third. Won't be an attempt at home. Arias just needs a single. And he hits a slider to left field. It doesn't bounce. It finds a glove. Unfortunately, damn. Dominguez takes a curveball and smacks it hard in the left field. And runner is coming to third on a hustle. Slides in there just inside. Just an inside tag.
Catcher.
As Austin Wells with 3 singles looks to drive in yet another run and slide. Man, you gotta let that pitch slide. Like, that was way too high for you to really be putting some real oomph behind. Judge swings and misses 102. I'm surprised he even saw that. All right, Zach Thompson comes in relief here in the 8th, and ground ball to third. Lombard can't get to it. Dominguez thought it was gonna, maybe roll by him. Not sure what he was thinking. Nonetheless, Dodgers have an opportunity to take the lead. Betts hits this one in the left field. It's gonna bounce in the gap between Chisholm and Dominguez. One runner score. Chisholm throws, and they're not gonna get that runner. They'll go up by 2, 7-9, 9-7. With a 2-run double. Clayton Torres still a member of this Dodger team. Torkelson grounded at first. Rice can't come up with it. Another run score. It's 10-7. And we will lose by that score. I ain't want to show no more of that torture, man. As, oh my God. Okay, Paul Skenes may have made the right decision. An 11-game, winning streak. An unbeaten streak. 15 starts, 11 wins. Luis Hill is no slouch, though. 3.16 ERA, but Skenes is on fire. We got to give Skenes his first L, man. As we are nearing the halfway point of the season, we hold the first wild card spot. Reminder, we are much further along than that Dodger game. We're about a month later. As the Orioles have taken the division lead, and Hill with a strikeout on an inside slider that has to encourage that. Gunnar Henderson's putting up yet another phenomenal season. MVP last year, looking to repeat this year. Unfortunately, we'll strike him out in his first appearance versus Hill. That'll end the first inning. Judge also should be in that MVP race, batting .316. Tack a couple more points to that batting average.
0-1.
Chisholm should be the front runner for the All-Star game in center field, batting .293, but that's going to go down. Jeez Louise, why would you swing at that? Paul Skenes tossing some nasty stuff. Rooker, yes, Brent Rooker. Remember, he left the Athletics. I forget where the hell they are at this point. They're not in Vegas. I think they're in Sacramento still. He will deposit a double. Ground ball to Rice. That runner at second will go to third. Rice will step on the bag. That's Byron Buxton signed to free agency. He will strike out on a circle change. Jump ahead. Samuel Basayo will strike out. Both pitchers coming with it as Paul Skenes will get a base hit. As the second base umpire has to move out of the way. And Dominguez might be hitting into a hit and run, but no. Dominguez will hit him with a sweeper in the shoulder. Fortunately, it's not a very hard thrown pitch. And he's bunting. He bounced one in the left field. And no, that runner's going to stay put. Bases loaded. As we look to put that first scratch into Paul Skenes' armor. Again, we offered him about $10 million more per year, and he decided to take a discount to go with the Baltimore Orioles. I don't know where he thought they were underdogs when they've been in the running for the division. Hell, they've won the division. Hell, even in the year when we won the World Series. So they're not really underdogs. Wells, ground ball in the center. And that'll score 2. Yankees go up 2-0, but we're not out of the woodwork yet. Gonna have to put a couple more runs on the board to really put these Orioles away. Kerstad stares at a high inside cutter. Henderson smacks the cutter instead into left field, unlike his teammate. And Chisholm will come up throwing the second. Gunnar, oh, he slides in there just safely. What a hustle play by the reigning AL MVP. Rooker, hard liner right at Bunning. Sorry, not Bunning. Lombard Jr. And then he goes to second. Was that a double off? Yeah, he doubled it off. Okay. Very rarely do we see that happen from the CPU. As, oh man, nasty inside slider, another one. This is a sweeper, slider, slurve. They all look about the same, these lefty batters. As Skenes is not afraid to bury it in on him. And same thing goes with this sinker. He strikes out the side. He's up to 6 strikeouts. So is Hill. But Hill has not given up any runs yet. We'll see if that changes as we push along here in the 5th. Pete Alonso hits this high and deep in the left field. It'll just clear the wall at 386. Pete Alonso, who is a real-life Oriole, much to I've got some Baltimore Oriole friends' chagrin. Deep fly ball right field, and Bunning makes the catch up against the wall. I promise you, Sean, it'll be good. I promise you he'll be good, okay? For whatever reason you don't like him, he will come through with the power. I believe me. Buxton will come through with some power of his own with a double.
The batter, the left fielder.
Yes, they are spraying the hits around. Benintendi? Really? Andrew Benintendi? This is who you guys decided to add to your roster? He's a solid contact guy. Floats this one. Basayo over Rice's head for the second run. Just like that, it's a tie ball game. But he will strike out Holiday on the circle challenge. Dominguez, 3-2. Swing and a miss over the top of the curveball. Skenes with yet another punch out, his 7th. Bunning, hard hit in the right field, but not much air under it. He will gladly take it. You never know, he could be taking second. And they're going to call the end of the day for him. Corey Kingman going to come in as the righty reliever. As he will be facing Aaron Judge. Bunning takes off and, slow down, bro. Don't pull a hammy. Don't pull an Achilles. You can walk home. Aaron Judge sends this one in the left field. He's deuce 22nd of the season. Career homer 517. As I think we've already hit the half. We're very close to the halfway point of the year. Circle change from Eel. Kerstad sat down yet again. 8th strikeout for Eel. As we take a sneak peek at the numbers for Gunnar Henderson against the Yankees, 8 of 18, 444, 1,500 OPS. I wish they showed more of this in the stat cards. I'd love to know how players are playing against different teams throughout the year, or just in general, like you do in Road to the Show, or like you did in Road to the Show. As Gunnar Henderson hits this into the left field gap, and that is a triple, an easy triple for the reigning MVP.
Rooker.
I mean, listen, I know y'all in Maryland and y'all got a lot of lawn, but y'all don't got that much real estate to be growing lawns. Rooker up the first base line. He'll drive in a run. I just realized this Orioles team is full of guys who are very much MVP caliber, and we really need to remember that. Zach Thompson going to come in to face, not Pete Alonso. He murders lefties, and unfortunately we'll end up giving up a stolen. Wait, give up a stolen base to Brent Rooker? Really? Him? Oh boy. Unfortunately, you will strike out Alonso in the inside heat. 91 is kind of mild heat for a lot of us. Westberg, he'll strike out as well. Similar pitch, just about the same location. Jump ahead to the 9th. Dunning, fixed up. pick up the save. Grounder from Rooker to Arias over the first. And he sat down. Alonso hit a long ball and hit this one just about as high, but nowhere near as far. Also pick up the second out. They say Dunning is looking a little gassed, but it's not going to matter. Grounded to Lombard in foul territory. Over the first. Yankees pick up the victory as we send Paul Skenes to his first L of the season. First decision L, that is. He goes to 11-1, Reeves Hill 9-2. I'd like to think both of these guys are in the Cy Young race. Let's be honest, Paul Skenes is more than likely much closer. He's been on a whole nother level, Pedro Martinez-esque, to say the least, as we take a look at some of the wild card standings, and the Cubs are going to make a move. They're going to trade Bernardo Medrano and Jordan Wicks for Shane McClanahan as they look to bolster their rotation. He's in the final year of his deal, and remember, they could not get Paul Skenes, just like we did. So they bolstered
The center fielder, number 30.
McClanahan in his first outing. He has given up 3 runs so far. Chisholm is going to probably make it number 4. Coming around the score from second is Judge, and he's tagged out on the slide.
Up
Damn
next
it.
for the Yankees.
It's PCA.
Right.
He might as well have had a target on his head as opposed to that blue star. That is dope, though. Please bring that to Road to the Show. I need to be able to put some patterns in my man's hair. Ground ball from Jones in the center field again. PCA coming up, throwing to the plate. All right, they're not going to get Dominguez. Not going to get Dominguez. Definitely going to tie this ball game. Ask you, Brian Hayes hits this one in the right field gap. He excels against lefty batting, or lefty pitching, as a matter of fact, and he will drive in 2. Yankees take a 6-4 lead. Now up to 8-6. Brown 3 for 3. A homer, a couple of other hits, check swing, and the runner for first is going to stand in safety. That is Spencer Jones, 6'5", and still has no issue running. You don't see guys of his height really stealing bases like that. Well, I mean, Ellie De La Cruz is the same height. The Yankees will pick up the victory against the Cubs as they look. Oh, hell, we jump right to the draft. All right, forget that this is one long video. And in the first pick in the MLB draft, the Astros take Li Chin, the starting pitcher from China. Lefty throwing switch hitter, though, listen, he's more than likely never hitting. Seems to be a strikeout guy and throws relatively hard in his arsenal, or at least it shows. 96 up on the fastball, 87 curve, 97 two-seam, 89 on the slider. So everything he's throwing is with some oomph. As we jump to the number 2 pick, and the Reds take Sherwood Avalos with that old-timey mustache. Please tell me that's glued on, not really a part of... whatever, maybe he's a hippie, who knows. He looks to be a decent pitcher. Definitely needs to work on his ability to get guys out. Throws a nice pitch repertoire, 4-seam, 2-seam, splitter, circle change, and a slider. All of them seem to be pretty highly rated. He was 15th on our board. Number 3 pick in the draft goes to Esteban Avalos. No relation to one another, just happen to have the same last name. He was 10th ranked for us. And what's that? 3 straight pitchers go in the draft. Interesting to see. He is definitely, not a guy that's going to walk a lot of dudes. Throws decently hard. Gets it up to 95, 96. Sinker at 91. Curveball and a slider. So we jump ahead to the 10th pick and we go with catcher Ron Quiñones. I think for the 2nd year in a row, we go with a catcher as Austin Wells is going to be a free agent, and I don't know if I want to pay his price. Ron Quiñones looks like the real deal, believe me. Could be the next great catcher in Yankee history. As in the 2nd round, we go Jose Hernandez, a switch-hitting outfielder, throws left, and looks to have just about all the goods. I don't know how his potential isn't higher than the 70-80 range when you're pretty much yellow and green across the board. Diego Guzman, a pitcher, a reliever that is. We go 4th round, Chris Madsen, unranked on a lot of boards. We take him in the is fifth. Nathan Elam, a center fielder. Dominic Clark goes in the 6th round. Yeah, I kind of flew through this. I didn't realize I would do that upon editing. I think I messed up again, per usual. Nonetheless, here at the All-Star break, Emmanuel Clase, I think, is finally going to get his ticket out of Cleveland, because he hasn't really been closing games most of this series. Cade Smith has been taking over. No matter what I have done, I have attempted to swap him. I've attempted to put Cade Smith as closer and Clase as a reliever. It doesn't matter. I think pitch clutch matters more than anything. The Rockies are going to get a catcher and a third baseman. Johnny Villa looks pretty solid. Hit very well in Double-A. This is a very good move for the Rockies. I mean, you got to get to the closer in order to use him, but, this will definitely help in close games for the Rockies. We sit second in our division. Tigers lead the Central, Guardians second, Twins, White Sox, Royals, Athletics lead the West, Mariners, Angels sitting just barely 500, Rangers at 42 and 55, Astros at the bottom where they belong. We lead the American League wild card, not too far out of our own division. Blue Jays 4 games out of a spot, White Sox 9 games. I don't know if they make it. Mets lead the East, followed by the Marlins, who are tied, or right about tied. Win-loss record preceding them. The Phillies are right behind them. The Braves just have not been all that great in this series. They've got the players. I mean, it did just lose Spencer Strider. The Dodgers lead the West because what else are they going to do besides win the division like the last 15 years in a row? Rockies sit in last, but I think that Clase move is more of a over time they will get better, and Clase could pick up some 2-inning saves to help that Rockies team pick up more victories. They do have a promising starting pitcher rotation. Adam St. Aud is phenomenal, even though we don't see him much. In the times that we do see him, he pretty much kicks up teeth in. Might be the next Paul Skenes as we jump into the home run derby.
Let's get right to it. It's
Boston,
time for the home run derby.
Part of it.
Now batting, Aaron
homers. Can he pick up his second home run derby victory? This would be the first one he's had in 13
The bonus
years.
round
Remember,
has
he was
begun.
2017 home run derby winner, up to 14 homers. Hits this one to left field over the monster.
That's
Yes, it
a
does.
monster
Okay,
home run.
36. Still got plenty of outs to play with. Hits this down the left field line, and it hooks well foul. Another pitch hits this one into left. He hooks this one as well, but it's closer to the foul pole. Next one, another one hits this to left center.
That's a home run.
Light pole, 422. 424. Hits this one to left again. He's pulling everything in. Oh, that one didn't get out? I'm shocked. This one hit about the same place. He's really aiming for those lights. 421 gets that one over the monster. 17 takes another crack. This one is going to go opposite field and land just short. 17 homers. He could be advancing. We'll see. And he does. He'll be facing division rival Brett Rooker and MVP Thief, back in 2025.
Oh, that's a monster home run.
He's got 10 homers so far. Hits this one down the left field line and just fair.
That one clears them all.
11. Is it going to be enough? Hits this the opposite way to right center.
And that ends the round. He finishes with 11 home runs.
But Judge
And he will have to wait to see if that's enough.
Long of 461. He's got 7 so far, and with time running out, look,
The bonus round has begun.
He's got 4 outs to play with. Hits this one deep. Straightaway center. It gets out of here.
Another home run.
Gets another one. This one a little lower than he might like. Hits it to left of center.
No question about that one.
Hitting off that pole, that light pole. Hits this the opposite way. Looking for number 10, and he's going to get it.
His third consecutive home run.
Another, thanks for the double. We don't want that. This is a home run derby, and he hits this one hard and high. Left center, it is going to
No
clear the
doubt
wall
about that one.
6 feet. You know, we sit second in the division. Hopefully he doesn't get too gassed from this home run derby. Do we have a move that is necessary for us right now? I don't know if there is a trade at the current moment. Again, we're right there with the Orioles. I'm still thinking that the current crop of team can hold things down, and unfortunately it will be a swing-off. 3 swings. You know, whoever hits the most out gets it. Swing 1. Crack. Deep to left. And
it's
force it
gone.
down. I think he put
that
one
one carried on to
5.
Lansdowne.
Another one. Hit to left, about the same place.
It's
This one
out
about
of
100 feet
here.
closer,
That
but
one's
still
up
out.
into the monster seat.
75. Hits this to straightaway center, and it is going to get out
That's
of here.
gone.
427.
Over the deep part of the wall.
And
Time's
I don't
up.
know if Judge
That
even wants
will
to get a
do
swing
it.
at this
He
point. Like,
finishes
has to
with
hit
3
straight.
home runs. Judge.
Really no way around it. Hits this one high. Deep to left field. It'll clear the
Gone.
monster.
That's
one.
his
They don't even
first
show the
home
distance
run.
marker. And he hits this one to left center. Does it have enough juice on it? It bounces off the
that
top
one
of the
carried
wall.
on to Lansdowne.
Like literally
And
off the
no
top
time
of the
remaining.
wall
That
and
will
does not
do
go
it.
over.
He finishes with 2 home runs. That's
Will
not
advance.
quite enough. Ladies and
One step closer to
gentlemen,
another title,
your
but his
home
teammate
run
Gunnar Henderson
derby
is going to
champion,
take the home run derby
Gunnar
championship here
Henderson.
in 30. Either way, some Oriole is going to take it. Hitting 36 homers. Jump ahead to see who our All-Stars are this year. For the Yankees, Ryan Grady makes the All-Star team, I want to say for the second time. This should be the second time. 29 saves this far. Should easily clear the 39 he had last year. He was an all-star last year. As far as offensive players, Aaron Judge making yet another all-star appearance. For some reason, they got him playing center. He's not a fielder at this point. But 27 homers, 68 ribbies, and a 317 average. He's also in the MVP race. I don't know why his overall is going down. It makes no sense. Jazz Chisholm makes his first All-Star team in 8 years. A little shocking, but, you know, he's put up better numbers in full seasons before. But, you know, clap for him. Diego Cabrera makes it for the Astros. Jason Dominguez makes an all-star team for the second straight year. Should pretty much touch about those same numbers he did last year, maybe better. And I think it really is time to start thinking extension. He's 27 years old, going to be a free agent. Might as well put the numbers out there. As Kyle Tucker is named the all-star MVP. I wish they would just show the box score, even if I save it. And, you know, the stats. Like, just save stats. Like, cut the crap. Cut the crap MLB to show. Like, y'all are missing stats in places that just baseball's a numbers sport. Like, call it what it is. Maurice Robert, I think he's going to get a call up just to play backup catcher. Oh, no, sorry. We are looking at catchers because Ron Quiñones needs to sign, and he wants like half the money that we have in the bonus pool. Nathan Elam looks like he's signed now. Jose Hernandez wants $1.5 million. Chris Madsen wants a little under $500K. Again, these numbers could easily change. Diego Guzman wants about $700,000. Dominic Clark wants almost $400,000. So let's get to the negotiating table and, you know, put some money in these boys' pockets. All right. The slot suggestion is $800,000, and yeah. Of course, he's not going to take our 6. Jose Hernandez wants $1.5 million. We are going to offer him 1.45, and of course, he's not going to take that. It's not even slot value. So we'll let them sit for a little bit longer and put on some other players. $350,000 is the asking price for Elam, and we are not signing anybody yet in the first go round. All right, we'll offer Madsen too. Dude, just take the money. Slot value is $624,000. We owe from $572, and he takes our bread. Remember, New York taxes. Anyhow, I don't blame him for asking more. Clark getting $444, and he accepts $444. That's about $60,000 more than what the asking price was for him. So we'll leave Quiñones and Elam on the board. I wish that there's no need for the priority. Like, they're all rookies. Come on. Like, they're all guys coming in the league. If they want to go back to college, they should just say, I'm going back to college. Like, I don't think it should matter as to, how that plays out. Nonetheless, these are the current home run hitting kings thus far in this series. We may have about 10, 12, maybe 15 players hit 500 homers in this series. Ohtani is about a season away from that. Betts maybe more like 2. Arenado is somehow sitting in a minor league organization. Makes no sense. Alonso is closer to 400 than 5 right this second. Alvarez, pretty good numbers. Juan Soto, 365. Santander, 350. All right, next couple days over. And Skenes, we're going to offer him 6.03, and he's not going to take it. Sir, you're not going to take all our money. We're going to attempt to sign Elam because he might be a 90 potential. Doubt it. But he'll take a pretty solid deal. 756 gets a job done for Guzman. Jose Hernandez, slot value is 1.94 mil. Again, he looks solid across the board, and he will take 1.7 million, which I think is a pretty good number. Skenes, we're going to try him one more time. A couple days later, 6.12. No, not going to take 90,000.
Now batting, third
All right,
baseman,
we're going to jump into some games while you get your head out your ass. Hey, Reggie Smith pitching very well in this ballgame against the Blue Jays. Strikes out another batter, Cutter Coffee. Cutter Coffee, I believe, is their third baseman at this point. Carson Kelly swings over the top of a slider as well. Reggie Smith absolutely cooking. Andres Jimenez, runner takeoff for first, and Volpe is out of position when he probably shouldn't be trying to get to that. I mean, I get it.
now batting,
I feel like the second baseman should be covering that. I'm going to keep saying that, especially here in MLB The Show. Step on the bag. Step on the... Nice. Come on, dog. Just all you got to do is just kick your toe out. Kick your toe out and you can touch the bag. I get that you couldn't get it. Like, they really got to stop these freeze animations where guys just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Come on. He's like literally inches from the bag. Pop up to Wells, and we'll at least get out of the inning without that stolen base hurting us, or the stolen base attempt
the
hurting
catcher,
us.
number 28, Austin.
So Wells will face Brandon Little here in the top of the ninth. Runner at first. Chisholm taking off, and he's going to slide in there second safely for the steal. That's his 9th stolen base of the year. Should be getting around maybe 15 to 18 this year. Fly ball to center, and Chisholm is actually not going to tag. I'm a little surprised. I think that's Robles out there in center. No, Jose Siri. Understandable. Might not be a great fielder, but he's got a rocket for an arm, so we're not going to test him. And the Blue Jays are not looking to test Anthony Volpe's bat, as he does smoke lefties. And call on Heriberto Hernandez. Just kind of playing here and there, playing where we need him. Need him in the corner outfield, he'll play there. Need him at catcher, he'll play there. Need him at third, we'll play him there. Need him at first, he'll play him there. The bat isn't exactly there, hence why he's not an everyday player, though. Vinny Douglas, grounder up the middle of Volpe. Volpe over the first, got him. As the Blue Jays are a base hit away from the run. Here comes Siri, more known for his glove than his bat. Looking to give the Blue Jays the lead. Grounder to Arias. Arias goes to first. And the Blue Jays will not be winning it in 9 innings. Jump ahead. Arias gets a crack, and he does so. Depositing this one in the outfield, right field gap. Second replace home. Home replaces second. Yankees lead 2-1. But we are not out of the woodwork yet. Robles sends this one high and deep to right field. Bunny makes the catch. Runner from second automatically going to tag and get to third. So we'll have to play the infield in if we want Jonathan Clase not to drive in the run. First pitch. Liner into left field. It bounces down. And the Blue Jays are going to take the lead. Oh, sorry. Tied the ballgame up at 2 apiece. And then they're going to steal. Of course, Austin Wells not in his arm. And Clase, when he slid in the second, he kind of came up clutching that knee. I think His kneecap may be dislocated. It looked very funny the way he kind of limped off the field. As why were you thrown over there? Speaking of throwing over there, Vlad Guerrero. For some reason, he is absolutely tanking. He's having a solid season this year, but why is he at an 81? I promise you when I tell you the 10-year service time myth is not a thing, and I will prove that on a future episode of the Franchise Ain't Dead podcast. Nonetheless, we
the
get
center fielder, number 13,
out.
Chisholm Jr.
Chisholm will come up, opportunity to give us back the lead, and he is going to do so. Setting this one in the right field gap. Second replaces home. Home replaces second. Now, I would love to drive in another run because one run of insurance is just not enough. Douglas. Cut fastball on the outside corner as he gets Arunj Namala for the first out of the inning. Cutter Coffee. Bounces a cutter up the middle of Arias on the shortstop side of second. Still throws him out. As the tying run sits at third for Carson Kelly. Not off to a good start this season. Floats this one into left center. Chisholm is right there. And the Yankees pick up a victory post All-Star break. Let's see what we can do with Ron Quiñones. We got 6 days to sign him. Slot value 5.95. Bro, just give him all the money. Give him all the money. 6.69, 6.7. Do not put 6.7 in my freaking comments. I will block you. It makes no sense. And so does that pitch from Tyler Phillips. A hanging sweeper. Broomed out to right field. A grand slam. 21 homers for Chisholm as he continues to not step on second when he rounds the bases. But they don't seem to give a damn. At least the umpires don't. Phillips ends up getting a hit deposited into left field this time, but Judge slides in there safely for a double. Sorry, that's Wells. What am I talking about? Volpe plops this one between second, the center fielder and the right fielder, and then they can't seem to come up with it, and no, we're not going to take advantage of going to third. I would have, but Volpe said had other thoughts. Arias, roller up the middle. Volpe coming around the score, and he will. Yankees at 7-2. So we look to get a little bit more revenge on these Phillies. Bunning sends this one into the gap as the left fielder had to really change his trajectory towards that ball. 8-0. Another one coming. 9-2. As Bunning with his 29th double of the year, as that's a questionable call. Won't matter as we win the game 11-7 despite the Phillies putting up some runs, leaving the 6th and 7th inning. And with that victory, it's time to start talking extension. Luis Gil, I might let him test the market, but Dominguez, I will not. Back-to-back All-Star appearances, should cross 30 homers, about 50 RBI at this present time. It would be dumb to let him go. He's a good enough fielder out there. He's got a strong arm. Guys, do not take the extra base against him. And how I tend to do my extensions, I look at guys within similar age brackets and overall and kind of determine what the number would be from there. Langford is going to get an anomaly contract. Dominguez is not getting $40 million. Langford came up early. He completely will earn that one. Greene making $20 million. James Wood is probably a closer comparison, making $27.3, though it's only a 2-year deal for him. Stephen Kwan making $20, is a better fielder and better contact guy. We are in New York. I think Dominguez is worthy of $30 million. You may look at me stupid, but I think he's worth it. 27, that's 33. Are we going to give him another year? 34, 35. Okay, 34, fine. No, 35. All right, we will pay him through age 35, 8 years, $256 million. That is, I want to say the third richest Yankee contract, of fourth. Shit, I forgot about A-Rod. Jackson Holiday is going to get an extension. Jeez Louise. We're not going to talk about A-Rod right now. He's going to get a nice deal from the Orioles as they are building a very nice core there. God, that team is pretty disgusting now that I think about it. Kyle Teal has been a great catcher for the White Sox. I know they haven't made the postseason, but they're going to pay him up. And the Astros are not wasting any time with Diego Cabrera. 27 home runs last year, 26 thus far this year through 105 games. Should cross 30 easily. Former Rookie of the Year and two-time All-Star, both in his rookie year and the second year. Yeah, 4 years, $100 million. That's cheap in my opinion. The Angels are going to extend Mike Trout for 2 more seasons as we look to get him more than 3 postseason games. Not we. I have no control over that. He'll sign a 2-year, $10 million deal. Kevin Aubrey going to get an extension from the Mariners again as they look to build up that rotation. The hits per 9 is not exactly there, but he's keeping the ERA down, so you really can't complain. Pretty good strikeout guy and a rare lefty that's pretty damn good. Shane McClanahan, following the trade, is going to get an extension from the Cubs. And they're going to pay him about $27-28 million over the next 4 years. I think this is pretty solid. Hell, they might get some good years and another championship with him. Remember, they won in 2029. Zach Gallen, he's been with the D-backs about most of his career. Hell, almost the entire career. He'll sign, I think it was a 4-year deal, 3-year deal. Rogi Sasaki going to sign an extension with the Dodgers. Only 3 years, though. 3 years, $128 million, as Hunter Greene is going to give a hit to the 3-time batting champion Luis Arias, and they'll extend that lead to 3-1. Junior Caminero swinging a miss at a big-time slurve from Hunter Greene. We signed him to an extension last year. 7th punch-out, grounder to Hayes, and it eats him up. Damn it. Bunning will recover the baseball. And Bunning somehow threw his back out, I think. Jeez Louise, come on, man. You're too young for that. Spencer Jones is going to replace him out and left. Hopefully Bunning is not out for too long. We'll see. After the game, hard liner to right field, and Dominguez can't come up with it. That means 1 run will score. Dominguez will come up throwing. Not going to be hard enough. 2 runs will score. It's 5-1. And, oh, my God. Dude, he's like 30 feet away from you. You don't have to throw that shit over his head. What the hell wrong with you guys? Volpe smokes this one. Good, because you almost cost us a run throwing that ball back in the infield. Jerk. 442 feet. Swear, Volpe sometimes be doing some stupidness, man. Or was that Arias? You know what? Maybe I'm attributing the wrong middle infielder to the screw up. Valle hits this one in the left field in that very short corner. It's going to bounce over for a double. He extends his hit streak to 18 games. Arias hits this one high. Hits it deep off a slurve of Dylan Coleman into left field as the Yankees look to try to make a big-time comeback here in the 9th inning. We're down by 3. Still nobody out. Hell, if he's hitting home runs, I was going to say, what Spencer Jones got? Hits this deep into, well, kind of left field, shallow left field. I know that's an oxymoron, but it's a base hit. Volpe deposits this one into the corner. And Volpe is going to hustle to second as the tying runner comes to the plate. His 30th double of the year. The captain looks to tie the ball game up. 1-1 pitch. Ooh, high sinker. Surprised he didn't splash that one into the Gulf of Mexico. Oh, circle change. Hung. Hit deep. Left center. It's going to be caught. And both runners are going to tag. Valley hits the cutoff, but it's not going to be enough.
Up
as
next
the Yankees
Yankees,
will
the
get
third
to within 2. As Brian Hayes will more than likely come to the dish. Oh, he's facing a righty. Get him out of here. Okay, never mind. He's one of our better hitters with runners in scoring position. 442. Bounces this one to second. The run from third will score. An unnecessary jump throw from Ozzie Albies, but he makes the play. I don't know why he thought the jump throw was necessary. Ooh. Chisholm swinging way over the top of a pitch. He's up to 300 batting average. Bounces it to his former defensive position. And unfortunately, the comeback will not happen today. Damn. Green, not horrible, but not great. 8 strikeouts, 7 hits. and gave up 5 walks. That is unacceptable as we've lost 2 in a row. And we take a quick look at our rookies. Ron Quiñones seems to be pretty solid. I don't know how he's a B potential. This is clearly an A potential catcher. Like, I don't know where the hell y'all get these numbers from. Whatever. 18 years old. He's got a decent arm, pretty good bat. Hits, I believe, from both sides of the plate. Actually, that's Hernandez, hits from both sides of the plate. How his overall is higher than his potential makes no sense. I might adjust that. Y'all know how I feel about that. It makes no sense. There should always be some cushion between your overall and your potential. If you never hit it, you never hit it. Whatever. Guzman looks like a very good reliever. A little older than we'd like, 22 years old, but it is what it is. You can have relievers come up a little later. Chris Madsen looks like a solid pitcher. Needs to work on his pitching in the clutch and controlling the baseball, particularly that curveball. It can give him some issues. Nathan Elam looks like a decent player, can run. He's an okay fielder, doesn't have a pretty good arm. He's 19 years old, looking 29. I don't know, man. You might be, you look scary, dude. Nonetheless, Dominic Clark, our final draftee. Yeah, we sign everybody. He's a good contact guy. How is he deep potential? If he can hit righties, you can't be a deep potential. That makes no sense. And he can field at first base. Like, come on. This is absolutely ridiculous. Who's coming up with this? I don't think he's an outfielder by any means, as he does not have an accurate arm. Hell, he might not be playing first with that arm.
Now batting, first
Nonetheless,
baseman,
we face our former playoff savior, Josiah Gray of the Boston Red Sox. They are up 2-1, and Rice bounces this one in the right field. Abreu hurls his entire being into that throw. Jeez, dude, we know you got a strong arm, and that's probably why. Arias sends this one in the right field gap. That'll score 1 and make it 2. Yankees take the lead. And no, they're going to hold up the runner at third. Ooh, wow. Oh, man, Willie Adams on a 10-day IL. Hopefully that's not anything too serious. We got things to worry about over here in the East Coast. As Lombard Jr. bounces to Campbell. Campbell over to first, and the throw is offline. As they'll have runners on the corners. That is an error on the throw, the rush throw. As Jones sends this one to left field. Bounces down. That'll score 1. Yankees go up 5-2. And, okay. We jump ahead to the top of the 7th. Marcelo Mayer, 24 homers. He's really coming around, looking like a nice bright spot for this Red Sox team. Unfortunately, he would grind into a double play at 4.63. Might cross 30 homers. As Christian Campbell comes up and hard shot up the middle. Volpe, blood toss to Arias over the first. Wow. Hell of a hard throwing infield we got here. We will gladly take it as Shohei Ohtani, 90 RBI, leading the National League. Antonio Anderson, man who has replaced Rafi Devers, pretty good numbers, 18 homers, 70 RBI. I get that it's not Rafael Devers numbers, but it's not bad at all. Devers is damn near MVP candidate, with a batting title on his ledger. I think maybe 2 at this point. And Vaughn Brown, bouncer to third. Lombard Jr. over to first, and we are just an out away from taking care of business against these Blood Sox. Rafaela, bouncer to Arias. And we are going to get the job done against the Red Sox. We are pulling up on the trade deadline. Oh, no, we're way past that. I'm bugging. We are in August. We're way past that. No waiver trades. They're saying MLB to show 17. As Jones hits a fastball of DJ Erz of the Washington Nationals. Deep to straightaway center. Relief, and it's just out of here. 417. His 9th home run of the season as the previously mentioned Adam St. Owen. I told you, the Rockies have good pitchers. He leads the league in strikeouts, National League that is. He seems to always be in the strikeout league every single year since he's been drafted back in 2025, 5 years later. The Rockies are getting every penny that they need from him, of effort. It's just that offense needs to come through, and they're trying. They beat us earlier in the year. Hayes bounces it third to first. We might be going to extras unless the number 8 batter can do something about it. Roberto Hernandez. And hits this one to straightaway center. Young runs it down to end the bottom of the 9th inning. So taking this game to extras, Keibert Ruiz. 205 average, not very good. Runners on first and second. Ruiz goes to Volpe. Volpe over to first and gets it there in time. Yankees are out away from being able to walk it off in the bottom of the 10th, that is, as liner to Arias and makes the extended catch. If that one got by him, that was definitely scoring one. Right, push on. Arias now with an opportunity to win the ball game. And takes a circle change, hits it high and deep to right field. It's foul. I see not that many fans came out here because of the rain. I get it. It's August. It's hot rain. You don't want to deal with that. As unfortunately, Arias will not be the hero offensively like he was defensively. Bunting sends this one in the right. Oh, just had a little bit too much air underneath it. If that had dropped down, I think that runner scores from second. Come on, Volpe. And they're not even going to bother pitching him. So you want to walk Anthony Volpe to face Caleb Durbin. Okay, I would too. You know what? I'll just give him the opportunity to play. Unless there's something I don't know. Please tell me Judge is not hurt. Ooh, fastball, high and inside, Durbin. 10 steals despite not playing that often. Like, he's a pinch runner through and through, a utility guy, and it bounces into left field. Bases are going to be loaded. As the number 4 batter comes up to the dish. We won't have the pinch run for Durbin because he's the runner. And Suarez, Jose Suarez, the former Angel, comes out looking to set Dominguez down and actually forces him to switch sides on his quote-unquote weaker side and tosses him a circle change for strike number 1. 1-2 pitch. Hit into left field. Bounces down in the corner. Yankees win. Yankees win. Good job by Dominguez. Just, hell, sending that pitch where it was already going. It was going inside. Send it. Pull it. As you see, damn, Judge is in some hella competition for the MVP. Gunnar Henderson presumably be ahead of him. Brent Rooker not far behind him. All of them over 100 RBI. As Henderson and Judge really battling it out for home runs and batting average and RBI. Deep to right, and wow, Bunting reaching up there just in time to make the catch. Yankees up 7-2 here in the 6th. Jump ahead, Greene. And tosses Rooker a fastball deep to left. Dominguez going to run that one down. As I would presume that, the winner of this is probably going to win the MVP. Okay, maybe not. Please don't hit another batter, my guy. Westberg has already hit you up twice and does it again. 1 homer earlier and now this one. Fortunately, we have a good enough cushion in this one that I'm not too concerned, but the Orioles are a damn good team. We do lead the division, and we are trying to run them down for it. Sets down Buxton on the slider. As Tristan Vreeland coming out of the pen, ground ball up the middle into center. As Gunnar Henderson bounces it past Greene. It's back-to-back base hits. As the tying run comes to the dish, Brent Rooker. And he bounces this one to Arias. Arias short toss to Volpe. Volpe over to first. And Rice tosses it to home just in case, thinking that runner was going to try to run home. And he won't be able to do anything about this one as the Orioles strike for a 5th run. It's Jordan Westberg. Hard knock up the middle. This time off Frederick Dunning.
The center field.
Now, Buxton represents the go-ahead run. He's got 15 homers this season. Mind you, he's like 35. Still cracking that bat and does it again up the middle. Chisholm will throw it home. Not going to get there in time. The lead has been cut to 1. It's 7-6 with Kerstad coming up. And he'll bounce this one to Volpe. He'll throw it to Arias to avoid any high throws to first. Get out of the inning. Oh, boy. Grady, please end this damn game. He is 8 saves shy of 50 saves. He'd be one of
Leading off
6 closers to do that ever. Yes, you heard me right, ever. Mariano has done it twice. Jim Johnson, somebody I had to look up on Baseball Reference, saved 50 games in back-to-back years for the Orioles back in the early 2010s. How he didn't continue to be a closer is beyond me, and we can't turn to as the tying run. Jackson Holiday is safe. You know that speedster is always going to give us problems on the base path. Here's Gunnar Henderson with the 8th most RBI in Baltimore Orioles history, tying Chris Davis, and the Yankees are going to pick up the victory. Oh, man. Did they make us sweat this one out? Can we not do that again? Whew, I got to breathe. As it looks like this final game of the season is going to be for the division. Yes. Winner takes the division. Of course, rightfully so. It is the game of the week and probably of the season. I would say the winner of the division gets the 1 seed, and they're more than likely going to run away with the World Series. Just call it what it is. Bunning, 16-game hitting streak. Volpe, 13-game hitting streak. Can the Yankees continue the hot hitting and sweep the Orioles and take the division at the last possible moment? We call on Luisio to help us out. 3.36 ERA, struck out almost 25% of the batters he's faced. 1.29 whip, a little higher than I'd like, but you hold the first wild card seed. We are looking to start things off right, and we strike out Enrique Hernandez. And then set down Jackson Holiday. Go fastball, and then we go circle change. I'm assuming the fastball is coming up next for Gunnar Henderson, but we don't want to just lay one in there as the MVP front runner. Definitely send us deep, and we get him out of here, striking out the side to start the ball game. You know Luis Hill, when it comes to clutch, he is pretty much a #1 for us. You know, in the postseason, for the most part in the World Series. And, you know, you've seen it throughout the several years of this franchise. Grayson Rodriguez, as a matter of fact, on the mound, 15-9. Lee Bunning, again, that 16-game hitting streak, looking to extend that even further. He always seems to have like a couple of 10, 12, 15-game hitting streaks in him. He is just a hitter through and through. Unfortunately, I have to wait till his next at bat to extend that hitting streak. Dominguez comes up next, Judge, Chisholm. You know what, I'm just fortunate we just don't have any injuries. Like, no injuries right now. We've been very blessed to have that not be the case the past, couple seasons, really. Even in 2029, we didn't suffer too many devastating injuries in a row that really set us back. It's just we didn't hit last year. That's really why we didn't make the playoffs. Not even in a wild card capacity. Aaron Judge, 46 homers, 123 in RBI. He's not going to get the batting title this year. Already has one 3 years ago. And whoa, hey, Grayson, get it together, my man. Your team about to go into the playoffs. You better start throwing them pitches a little closer to the plate, off the plate. Don't hit my damn Judge, or I'm going to come down and find you, brother. Don't play with me.
Leading off for the Orioles, the right fielder.
Unless Brent Rooker, who is literally probably right behind Aaron Judge in the MVP race, already a 2-time MVP, both in 25 and 27, both with the Athletics. Yes, you heard that right. He won MVPs with the Athletics, who didn't even make the playoffs. Mayo bounces this one to Rice, and Rice just slapped his glove on him for the second out.
The first baseman.
If I am not mistaken, obviously the 1 seed goes on to the divisional round automatically, but if I am not mistaken, the number 3 seed would be taking on, I want to say,
for the Yankees, the
Mariners. I think they're the 4 seed right now. As Chisholm looks to get us on the board. He might get us in the hit column, but Jackson Holiday showing off that lightning speed. Most second basemen are not getting in the hole on a bouncer, coming in. I mean, granted, it's only 72 miles an hour, but, jeez Louise. Can Volpe extend his hitting streak to 2 weeks? Nope, he'll bounce it to Hernandez. And unfortunately, the throw over to first. So, wait a minute. Why is Jordan Westburg playing first? Don't y'all have a backup first baseman? No, seriously. Like, and Westbrook, you're a solid fielder. You should be able to play first with no problem. You play third. So take a look, and no, he plays second, third, and shortstop. Kerstad's not a first baseman. Buxton Rutschman doesn't play first. Honestly, I probably should have put a secondary on him for first, especially at this point in his career. Wells grounded a second, short back to first. Oh, come on. No. Wells is safe. But I can't challenge it because the show is not set up that system. Every out should be challengeable. Fortunately, Luis Hill will walk his first batter of the ballgame. Buxton is a stolen base threat, and not going to be a hit and run. Has the first that can't catch up to the heater. Basallo strikes out on the inside, cutter himself. Luis Hill really working this Oriole lineup. 6 strikeouts, make it 7. A slider on the outside corner. We are only through the 3rd inning. If I am not mistaken, what is the Yankee record for strikeouts in the game? I think it's like 12. No, maybe like 18 or 19.
For the Yankees.
I'm going to have to look at it. Nonetheless, again, we've taken the first 2 games, we need the 3rd. Point blank period. So then we can get like a week off. And Ben Rice is not helping matters. He swings and misses on the inside fastball from Rodriguez. His first punch out. As Holiday rolls it up the middle, Volpe tosses it to first. No, not going to get him. Holiday's both fast in the field and running up the base paths, man. Now we got to worry about him. Taking 2 seconds. He was safe by like a mile. Quick pitch. Oh, man. Slider hit deep to left field. Dominguez can't come up with it, and it stays in the ballpark. Holiday easily going to score from first. Why are we even throwing it? Don't even throw it back in like that. You know he's going to score on gappers, man. 36 double from Henderson. Orioles win. They take the division. Don't exactly remember off the top of my head the head-to-head for both of us. It's fly ball to Chisholm, and that's an out. Okay, good. And Mayo. Roller to Volpe. Volpe tosses it to first, gets it to Rice in time as we look to hold that runner at second and leave him on base. Just got to leave him on base. Luis Hill's playing pretty damn well. 46 pitches, 8 strikeouts. And cutter. Toss to Westberg, and he'll float this one to Chisholm. We'll get out of the 4th. All right, we're looking pretty good so far. Let's get a run as Bunning hits the inside curveball, left field, in foul territory, and it bounces. I'm glad that bounced. Can he straighten things out? Ooh, God, no. As Basallo overruns the ball, might have tripped over it, and Bunning is going to be safe. Got to keep your eye on the ball, my guy, as Dominguez rips this one in the right field. Bunning is going to come around. No, he's not going to come around to score. Damn it, he could have scored. He should have scored. Bunning, you run any every other time. Why you don't run now, man? Come on, give us that division. You know this already. We put it on the whiteboard in the locker room as Judge will bounce this one to infield 3rd base, and now Bunning decides to score. A little strange. But hey, we'll take it. It's an RBI and it counts. Oh, hung slider that should have been demolished. Unfortunately, be a pop out from Chisholm. Volpe, rope up the middle. Coming around the scores, Chisholm. He'll be in there soon. 2-1. New York. Not sure if the rain will delay this game. It's 2 weeks of hitting, good hitting for Volpe. 7 strikeouts actually for Hill, not 8. Grayson Rodriguez is giving up 2. Luis Hill's giving up 2. Bouncer up the middle of Buxton. Arias can't come up with it. That means another stolen base threat. Bouncer to the infield to Rice. Rice slaps the tag on him. Okay, had to wait for the umpire to call it. As Basallo, not batting the greatest with runners in scoring position, and he will continue to tank in that category. Now punch out number 8 for 81. Hernandez floats this one to right field. And Bunning is right there, catching the baseball in a couple of raindrops.
Leading off,
Yankees, this offensive series have been on fire. 14 runs in the first game, 7 in the second, 15 extra base hits, 8 long balls, Didn't even count the ones we hit in this one. Rice hits this one to left field. It is, it's off the bottom of the wall. He's hustling the second anyway. He'll slide in there safely for a leadoff double for the Yankees. Yeah, I don't like only being up 1 against this Orioles squad. Hayes plops this in the right field as Rice actually stays put. I think that was a smart move to just stay where you are. Double play still in order. Arias takes a circle change, hung high, hits it deep, right center, but Buxton is there. And Rice is going to tag and be safe at third. So Bunning gets an opportunity to extend his hitting streak and give the Yankees the lead. Extend the lead, and curveball. Deposit it down in the center. And that is 18 straight games he has had a hit. 17 straight games he's had a hit. At least regular season wise. Paul Blackburn is going to replace Rodriguez as they look to, eat some innings at this point. And Dominguez bouncer to first. Westbrook throws it to second. Back to first, and pitcher cover, and they turn 2.
The second baseman, Jackson.
Unfortunately for Boston, they are eliminated from playoff contention. They get a wild? No, they're not getting a wild card. We're not kidding. Jays and Rays also well out of it. Rays 102 losses. A horrible season for them yet again. What was it? It's now actually been about 10 years since they last made it to the World Series, and they let Blake Snell not pitch he was working on a shutout. See what happens? See what happens, Kevin Cash? You could have had a ring. Could have had a ring.
Up
could have beat the Dodgers.
Orioles, the designated.
I don't know whether people would have counted that or not, because people like to discredit that 2020 World Series, but it happened in a baseball season, and it counts. Same thing with the Lakers. It's mad weird that LA teams won championships in the year of COVID. Actually, yeah. Didn't the Rams win it in 2020 also? Conspiracy. Anyway, we struck out yet another Baltimore batter, Kobe Mayo. It's Luis Hill. He's on fire here in the 8th. Can he push it to a 9th inning? We shall see.
Leading off for the Yankees,
is Judge going to pick up MVP number 3? 6 years after his real 3rd MVP. Remember, he won the real life 2025 MVP. I know some people wanted Cal Riley, and I understand. Honestly, it could have went either way. But Aaron Judge got it, so put up another 60 homer, my dude, season. And liner, by Judge, unfortunately, to be an out. As Anthony Volpe, you see, is 8th in the American League in hits. He has quietly been a very steady presence for this Yankee lineup. Hits a sinker, make it 172 for him.
The catcher, number.
Obviously, he's not Derek Jeter, but he's good. Wells, unfortunately, pop up. And you know what? It's unfair to even remotely think of any other shortstop as being Derek Jeter. Completely unfair. That man is a whole different level. Westbrook tries to send this one over the wall. Bunning makes the catch for the second time at the wall. Jeez Louise. Not quite robbing home runs, but at least doubles at the very least. Buxton swinging and miss on the inside circle change. Eel looks to pick up, I want to say strikeout number 10. 83rd pitch, circle change again. Tosses it even lower this time, setting him down, and that is double digits for Hill. See, worked them inside, very much inside, and Buxton couldn't come up with anything. Kerstad sends this one high and deep to right field, and it just hooks foul. Luis Hill pulling up on 90 pitches. Here's pitch 91, grounder past Volpe. He gives up the base hit. I don't know if we want to keep him out there much longer. I think we should pull him. I'm going to keep it a beam. I mean, could probably set Basallo down. I mean, Basallo hits a little better against righties. And, let's get him out of here. Let's get him out of here. Mason Barnett is going to come in. Both righties and lefties are hitting over 265 against him. So, not the best. They're hitting just about or above league average. Let's see what he can do. High fastball starts off Basallo. 2 count. can reset him down and avoid him tying the ball game. And sinker, no, up the middle. So they'll have to wait for yet another batter. Damn it.
The batter, the third baseman, Enrique
Hernandez, 0 for 3, floats a fastball to right field, punting, runs it down. And I think he's going to give a little kid the souvenir. I hope he does. Corey Kingman coming in some relief. Righties are hitting 280, lefties 245 as he faces Ben Rice, a lefty. And this two-seamer hit off the end of the bat, deep to left field. It gets over the wall, adding a little bit more insurance to the Yankee lead. It's 4-1, his 19th of the season. Dominguez yells in elation. Yes, tap him up. Ben Rice, of course, coming through clutch yet again. Arias. Oh, tattoos the changeup in the right field gap. It's going to stay in the park, though. He'll end up with a double as the lineup turns over. His 25th double. That's right, 25 doubles for the second baseman. Curveball up the middle to second, and will at least advance the runner to third. I don't think Westberg was standing on first, but can't challenge it right now. All right, Dominguez here in the seventh. He's got 32 homers this far. I think he's like second on the team in homers. Sends a curveball deep to right field, but it'll find a glove. Unfortunately, to end the seventh. Barnett goes back out there. And we're going to intentionally walk Jackson Holiday. This might be very stupid because if I'm not mistaken, Gunnar Henderson is right behind him. Yeah.
Gunnar
What are we doing?
Henderson.
Boom. What the hell were you thinking? And then you throw him a changeup down the middle. Oh, my goodness. Dude, what are they putting in your garlic fries that you are making such stupid decisions? Somebody tell me. If y'all lacing these garlic fries with something, please, somebody stop them. Please stop them. Oh, boy. As Henderson. Bouncer to Volpe. Volpe goes to Arias. Arias over to first, and we get none of them. We get frickin' none of them.
Now batting.
Oh, my God. You got to be kidding me. Great. Brent Rooker comes up. 1 for 3. Ooh, boy, that slider caught a little bit too much of a plate for my liking. Oh, boy. 0-1. And fastball. Okay. Outside. I get it. Avoid his bat. 0-2. The Vulcan change sets him down. Wow. That is not an easy pitch to control. But he gets the out. What can Mayo do? Curveball. Wow. Bouncing to Volpe. Arias over to first. We get out of the eighth. Yo, that curveball was a freaking balloon. How did he not murk that and send it to Mott Haven? Hey, Orioles got to deal with that in the next half inning. Ooh. And Jordan Westbrook will lead off. Again, I don't understand why he's playing first. I know they have a backup first baseman somewhere in this organization. As Brian Abreu looks to get us to Ryan Grady, our closer. Righties are hitting 204, lefties 265. I think some of that has to do with the slider. Sometimes that slider comes in on lefties and it looks real hittable. And we get the first out here in the ninth. Are we actually going to call on Grady? Okay, maybe not. Byron Buxton steps up and Grady is not warming up. Okay, not the end of the world. As Buxton hits this one high and deep to right center field. Bunting on the warning track makes the catch for the second out. They need a couple more high long balls to tie this one up. Heston Kjerstad coming up as we are 1 out away from winning the American League East. Slider in there. Strike number 1. Swinging a whiff. 0-1. Bouncer to Hayes. Over to third. To first, and the Yankees not only win the game, but we win the American League East. I think for the second time in this series. I believe we won it back in 2026. No, 27 as well. 26 or 27. I forget which one it was. I'm going to have to look back at my notes. We sweep the Orioles. Brady takes care of business for us. Hill finishes at 15-7 in the regular season. And we jump ahead Who will we face in the postseason? Oh, shit. We didn't win the division. Okay. I look back, and turns out the Orioles had the head-to-head on us, so it didn't even matter. I could have just simmed the last series, and we'd have been fine. Nonetheless, we'll be taking on the Mariners. Guardians take on the Athletics. Marlins, Brewers, as Aaron Judge leads in home runs, Volpe in doubles, and Judge has scored 106 times. So since 2025, this is our fourth wild card appearance in this series. We are 2-1. Can we make it 3-1 in the next episode? Subscribe if you want to see it. Holla at y'all later. Peace out.